Continuing in Nehemiah, wondering how the Calvinist, Reformed, and Tulip people come to their conclusions of their beliefs of the Tulip theology. Nehemiah 8 and 9 specifically have a lot of things that seem like free will. Makes a lot more sense. Actual free will, where people are held responsible for the choices they make. They use their God-given faculties to listen, hear, discern, and make decisions. And remember, God's word is alive and powerful, active, sharper than any two-edged sword. It pierces, it divides. It's a critic of thoughts and intents of the heart, right? That's Hebrews 4:12, by the way. So here's a question from Nehemiah, starting right here. All the colored stuff are weird questions I have. Why does Nehemiah and Ezra, why do they have to explain anything? Why would they take the time to explain anything? That sounds like Paul in Acts 28 and other chapters too, where Paul tries to persuade, to instruct, to convince, to teach all day, trying to convince them of the truth. Well, here's Ezra doing the same thing. Why does he need to explain it if those that are going to be saved or those that are regenerate can understand it? The ones that aren't won't understand it. Seems like a futile thing to do and a waste of time. Why doesn't he, I don't know, have a powwow with those who believe and start, helping them along? I don't know. Now, notice again, people are understanding the words, and here they go again, giving attention to the word. These are things that sound like people that are interested, people that realize their ways weren't good and they want to go back to the ways that are good. Those that maybe do trust that there is a God. They saw their walls get built in 52 days or 53 days. Miracle. Maybe they're in awe of that. And that's what interests them. Notice all the external means. That's the free will side. Those are the things that are real. And we've all experienced these things. We see something amazing, and the natural response is, wow, that's really cool how that came together. I don't think even the Calvinists or the Reformed people say, man, that's a great decree of God. That decree certainly came together, and now I'm in awe of it. Even though I have these natural faculties and understandings and comprehensions of things, these emotions that twist me into knots or make me happy, all those things were watching this miracle. Those natural God-given faculties are what responded to this miracle. They have me in awe, and that's what has me in awe. I don't think many people or any people even say, oh, that's a great decree of God. But on Calvinist, Reformed, Tulip theology, that's all it is God's decree. Now, they went back to the law. This is some feast, some time. Okay, Jerusalem. Oh, as it is written. Well, wait a minute. How often does Paul say as it is written and go back to verses like these in Romans? Did anyone know that? I don't remember the exact numbers, but there's like 60 references in Romans to Old Testament. And then the rest of the New Testament has about 80 or 90 more references. You get what I'm saying? Paul in Romans replies using the Old Testament like 60 times. And the rest of the New Testament has another 70, 80, 90 references to the Old Testament. What's the point? The point is, when the Calvinist, Reformed, Tulip people change the meaning, let's say in Romans 9, as it is written, Romans 3, as it is written, and they don't go back and look at the context of as it is written and why it was written in the Old Testament, they can never be right on the Bible when they do that. You're telling me Paul makes up new meanings and new applications in the New Testament when God never changes? I thought Calvinists, I thought God was immutable, right? He's so immutable that he had to decree everything to get it done because he doesn't change. You see the confusions? You see the conundrums? No, I'm pretty sure Paul, as it is written, goes to the Old Testament, uses the context of what's happening there so that the Jews or even the Gentiles understand it in the New Testament or have the opportunity to understand it in the New Testament. I didn't get very far on this one, but head scratchers abound in Nehemiah.